All right, welcome back to Drinking It In. I'm your host, Chris Casara. We are here to help you know more and drink better. And this is going to be episode 2 of our Investing in Wine series. And we're going to focus on the key regions that you need to consider if you're going to build out an investment portfolio in wine. And, you can't just find a wine that you like and then invest in it, so to speak, expecting it to, number one, be appreciate, number two, actually have a liquid secondary market. So you just have to be aware that there are certain regions that are the ones you need to focus on. And we're gonna go through those regions right now. There are what I would say are 6 key wine regions that you can invest in, and then some others that you can consider in specific scenarios. So basically, the wines that you want to invest in, or the areas you want to focus on are in France and Italy, right? If you're not looking at wines in top quality wines in Bordeaux, Burgundy, vintage Champagne in France, Barolo, Brunello and Montalcino, or Super Tuscans in Italy, it's really not going to be worth your while, because that's where the world is in terms of investing in wine. You do have some potential in some California cult wines, some wines in the Rhone Valley, and very select wines in Spain. And we'll go through the key producers in our next video. But the 6 key wine regions to focus on are Bordeaux, Burgundy, vintage Champagne, not just any Champagne, vintage Champagne, Barolo, Brunello, and Super Tuscan. In the end, I think if you look back to 15 years ago, for instance, and I'll put some of the actual stats below, it was I think it was about 80% of the wine market was it was Bordeaux up until really the last 15 to 20 years, where now it's Bordeaux is becoming a much smaller part of the market. It amounts to about a third of the sales. But I think if you go back to 2010, it was more than 80% of the market was just Bordeaux. So as these other regions have now gained steam, it's a more balanced market, but it is still really, really concentrated in those 6 regions. I think when I go into sort of the undervalued or those more speculative regions in nature, such as certain appellations in the Rhone Valley, Spain, and some of the California cult wines, we'll talk in greater detail on the potential of those. So hopefully you understand where you need to focus on, and next we will get into the key producers in each of those regions. Cheers. I don't have a glass.